So I want to go. I want to go to our senior population. I want to, the people that do get that medicine also through the mail. The people who get their Social Security checks, those that do through the mail. The people that depend on their correspondence with their children, especially if they don't have broadband. So the mail is critical to their ability to live a quality life. And so, Vic or anybody else who want to talk about that, I'd love to hear it.
This is Saundra. I'm president of the Arizona Alliance for Retired Americans. As you know, seniors always vote. We always vote, and that's no different than my generation. We vote. Now, 80% of the people that have died since the COVID has started has been seniors, 65 years or older. So it's very scary out there, and we are not only worrying about our health, and then the president again started attacking our Social Security. Now he's talking about, slowing down the Postal Service. And the Postal Service is so, we really need that. I don't know about, most retirees, I don't trust a lot of people with my money, right? So when I get my bills in the mail, I don't, I send it back in the mail because I don't want people to, I want to see where my money's going and how I'm doing that. So that is one really important thing. Another thing is that we have, if a lot of us can't afford our mail, our newspapers, and a silly little thing like coupons, with everything with our groceries going up, and that a little, 50 cents doesn't sound like very much. $1 off doesn't sound like very much. That's very, very important to seniors.
Yeah, good point.
Just little things like that. And we have our prescriptions going through the mail and that. And with that, I'm going to let Vic tell his story.
Okay. I'm on.
You're on. It's your show.
Okay, I'm on. Here we go. All right. Well, anyway, as most of you know, I retired from the federal government. Well, I have my primary insurance. Well, my primary is Medicare, but my secondary is through the National Association of Letter Carriers health care program. And
that's right.
So any of the maintenance prescriptions that I have to go through the contractor, which is CVS Caremark. Well, prior to mid-July, if you would place an order, you'd have the prescription back within 5 days. Usually because it's a 90-day, you have to get a 90-day supply. So I placed an order the 22nd of July, and it was 13 business days.
Hello.
And then I've just placed another order last week. No, the week before. Yes, a week. Well, it'll be 2 weeks this coming Friday. I placed an order for an additional prescription. So I didn't get I got the email back said it was sent. So the next day, I checked. I got the tracking number, and it sat somewhere for 4 days. So then finally I got an email Friday saying it would be delivered on Saturday. Well, it didn't show up on Saturday. So then it didn't show up again yesterday, Monday. So I called the tracking thing with Postal Service, and they finally, it had been sitting at the processing center in Phoenix since Thursday. So that's a big issue. I was starting to run low, starting to consider calling my doctor and see if I get a local prescription, because I only had like 4 days left of that prescription. But that affects a lot of seniors, because most seniors, when you're on long-term medications, you have to do a mail order. And so with that slowing it down, it just it can be a serious issue, especially like I take blood pressure medication, and that's definitely can be a serious issue. So.
And to put a further stamp on this one, 80 to 90% of all of the outpatient prescriptions filled by the VA are through the mail. So our veterans, more than anyone, rely on the mail to get their prescriptions, which, by the way, can save a lot of money in the healthcare system, that we do get our prescriptions via the mail. That's a good thing, but only if they get there on time so people can treat their conditions and pre-existing conditions. successfully. I want to ask
Can I
Nikki a
also-
question. Oh, please, yeah, go ahead, Sandra, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell you that I have another member that is in the military, and she gets her prescriptions through the mail. And she says it usually takes 3 days. It took her 13 days, and it came from Tempe. So she's very upset and very worried that, 3 days, you're gonna, the normal, you have a habit of when you're calling in your prescriptions to know when you can get them refilled and that. So going from 3 days to 13 days is very dangerous for seniors.
Yeah. And again, this is, the United States Postal Service is one of, if not the most trusted brands on planet Earth in terms of how they have delivered the mail successfully through weather, wars, you name it. The mail has always come. And how dare anyone, whether it's for political reasons or because they don't really want to work with Congress to get them the resources necessary that we're offering them to fully fund this United States Postal Service, but how dare anyone put this brand, this trusted brand, at risk that Americans have come to rely on. Jeff, because you and so many hundreds of thousands of letter carriers that have worked before you have built this reputation. I know it's got to be hurting to see that because of political stuff going on. It's hurting the reputation of this so much trusted American institution.